Hello everybody. Today we are going to be doing the last piece of the tutorial, which is taking your human or a human and turning it into a graph. You can also do that with other objects, but we're going to be doing it like this one. You can have a look at the directions on here, but they're a little bit harder to follow, so this video may work really well for you. So what you are going to be doing is you're going to have a human. So I have a human here. Just to be sure, go to the Pathfinder and click Unite so that now this human just moves as one entity. Then the next thing you're going to do is you're going to choose a stacked column graph tool, and you're going to make it approximately the size of this human. Since we've talked a lot about proportions, think about the fact that it's important that this is about the same size as the human. And then I'm going to use 25, 25, and 25. I happened to get some very even data for this. So here's my graph, and I'm going to say OK. And then the next thing I'm going to do is ungroup my graph using object ungroup. And now I realize that I can't go back in and manipulate my graph. That's okay. I'm going to go over here to my white arrow, and I'm going to use that to delete some of this other stuff. If you want to leave the numbers in, that might not be a bad idea, because then the person could look at it and see the labels. But for this exercise, I'm going to delete the numbers and get rid of all this extraneous stuff. And then I'm going to take my person and drag my person onto this graph. It looks like they're a little bit wider, so I'm just going to stretch the graph out a little bit, which isn't a problem because that doesn't affect the 25, 25, 25. So I'm going to put that human on here. It fits very nicely. I also want to make sure that it fits with the height. So I'm going to take that human back again. Let me just undo that. And I'm going to take these graphs and just make it a little shorter using my shift key so that I don't lose the proportions of the 25, 25, 25. I'm going to eyeball this, and then great, so he fits in there very nicely. And now what I'm going to do is take this whole selection, and I'm going to go over again to the Pathfinder, and I'm going to divide it. And what that's going to do is almost like expanding. It's going to allow me to take this white arrow and to be able to go into pieces and delete them. You need to do it carefully so that you make sure that you're getting all of the pieces and that you don't accidentally delete something you didn't mean to delete. I'm going to expand this a bit to make sure that I get all the parts. And now I have a human that's demonstrating the 25, 25, 25, and 25, but it does not have to be a human. It could be something else. And then I can also change those colors if I want to. These current colors are a little boring. Might have to go in and get all the pieces. last piece would be yellow too. As you can see, obviously there's some missing space, so this gives you a different impression of 25, 25, 25. But like mentioned, you could use something different if you wanted to.